Hey, Sonya Watts, what's going on? You're not the first. Sonya Watts is first. She says, present. I'm the first here. No, you're not. Sonya Watts said, hey. Katrina, how you doing, Katrina? Hey, Cheryl C., good morning to you guys. I know it's Sunday morning. We're just gonna, hey, Amari, good morning to you. Hey, Tina, good morning. Lisa T., hey, how you doing? She said, dang. Yeah, Sonya Watts. Sonya Watts usually beat everybody in the building. Hey, Cole, how you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning. We got 3 over here in Pecosia, 11 over here in YouTube land, Poco land. How's everybody morning? Good morning to you guys. Tina Powers, good morning to you. I see you in the building. Lisa, Gloria Bates. Good morning, Sunshine. How you doing, Gloria? Miss you, Sunshine. I still haven't talked to Freddie this morning. She did call me this morning, but I was very occupied. You guys, I was telling you that I was having problems with my devices, and I got to get that information out off the device before, you know, so I can share some stuff with you guys. Coming Tuesday, hopefully it'll be Tuesday. Cole says, in pain, that water kicked my butt. Ooh, really? What water? What water? Did you go to the... In pain, that water kicked my butt. What water? Morning, Cole. Lisa Calhoun, good morning to you. Nuggets in the family, good morning. You guys, we are a good family. I rock with you guys. I will rock with you guys. Good morning, Pretty K. How you doing? Pretty K over here in Poco Land. I've been in the chat. I heard everything yesterday. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to go over a little bit, and we're not going to go over the, I just kind of want to get a good, thank you for the hearts, Pretty K. Thank you for the hearts, Pretty K. Thank you for the hearts. Coming in here, hearting it up. Thank you, Pretty K, for the heart. I love you too. And the he, we gonna sing this morning. Lisa done entered in the broadcast. Pretty K done became a mini fan over here. How about that? Pretty K said, I'm gonna be a mini fan anyway. She said, I don't care what nobody say. It is what it is. I've been in the chat. Okay. Hey, P.S., what's going on? I see you in the building. Cherie, good morning to you. Lisa Calhoun. Cheryl C., good morning to you guys. Good morning. Good morning. I know, Amari. She says, we love you. You know what? I know. And Cole said, I missed it yesterday. Oh, Cole, I can't say I'm glad that you did. It was something else. You know what? Lukewarm, good morning to you. Here's the funny thing. We got the blue hearts going on in the chat. And, you know, I'll tell you something, and you guys will catch it down the road. You'll hear me say it, okay? I just said it a minute ago. So, my husband taught me something. And what it was is, like, I would be very emotional if he said something like he didn't like my cooking, something, or I put on a dress or something, and I say, how I look when, because he knows I got, my feelings is like really thin, right? You should have followed your instinct. Um, my instinct on what? My instinct on what? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. That wasn't my instinct. It was my instinct, but I still had to let it go. I know what you're talking about. Yes. I know what you're talking about. But I had to let it go because see, here's the thing. Well, let me finish telling you what my husband taught me, and then I'm gonna address what you just said, Pretty K. Good morning, Freddie. I'm sorry I couldn't answer your phone call, cause I know you know what time it is. I'm I'm working on limited time trying to get everything switched over. I've got so much stuff. I don't want to lose nothing. So first I have to get my job straightened out because my jobs I clock in and out on my phone, the phone that's going to go out. So I have to take care of that first. comes first. Home comes first. I teach you guys that. You don't go feed somebody else's kids and your kids is at home starving. Home comes first. You know what I'm saying? Because how can you love somebody else more than you love yourself and love what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we get down, we get through these streets, we really do. So, I normally, to be honest with everybody, I don't have to work as hard as I do. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just don't, and it's not being cocky or anything. It's just I was taught when I was younger. It's just best to have your own. You handle, and then when you need help, then people won't be already like tripping with you or whatever. But we have supporters that will be like, they always coming through saying, "Hey, let me take care of this. Let me take care of that. Let me take care of this." I'll be like, "No." You asked any of them, I'll be like, "No. If I need you, that's fine, but no, I take care of my own stuff. I'll get it worked out. You know. So I mean, it's always a backup plan, but I ain't gonna trip on that. I'll just take care of it. Like I said, I gotta switch everything over. And once I get everything switched over, I don't want to lose nothing because I do want to share some stuff with you guys. But I don't know if I am putting in a position to share with you because here's the thing. So the second thing I wanted to say before I get on to what Pretty Kate was talking about, and that is, so when my husband don't want to hurt my feelings or hurt somebody's feelings in the world, he told me, he says, they be saying, like if a woman cooks something for him, not saying me like at the church or, one of his mother's friends or something, and say, "Oh, I made you some meatloaf or something." You take it home, then they come back and they say, "Hey, sir, how was that meatloaf?" And he done threw it in the trash and he don't like it. You know what he say? He say, "It was something else." He says it was something else, and he just laughs on the inside. So anytime I hear him say that, Sonya, I be in SPG's chat probation. Oh my God. Um, that's what he does. He just he will not say it because he knows it will hurt people's feelings or whatever. So he just say it was something else. If I put on something, I said, "Baby, do I look cute in this?" He says that dress is something else. It's just something else. So, because he knows, and so he stays out of trouble by saying that. So you just heard me say when someone, Cole said she missed a live yesterday. She said, "I missed it." Well, Cole, it is up. You can still see it. I'm not taking it down. It's a long live, but I mean, it is something else. It's something else, yes. Miss Tina says he's a good person. Yes, yeah, it is something else, and it is. Trust me, it is very. You will not go to sleep on it. I guarantee you that. It's some twists and turns, and it gets kind of heated. And okay, so the thing that I had on my mind, which a couple of people had came to me and said, "Please don't bring Kay up on the panel." And it wasn't because we I know the, the the reasons why some people, and it's more than two, three, you guys, was because they didn't want the I or me, or it's all about her, or or people arguing with each other and things of that nature or something. And I spoke to Sean about it because she came in the live on Poco, and she came on the live on YouTube too. But I think I addressed it on Poco one day, and After Hours wasn't present at the time we were talking about it. And matter of fact, I was driving on my way to work, and I couldn't read the chat. I was just giving her my feelings, like, I'm just not feeling like, I don't have a problem with her. I just don't want to. Loving God, said SPI, spoke to you, hon. I just didn't want the conversation to go south and it'd be about something it didn't have nothing to pertain to the child. Now, I get what but I said the reason why I had to say yes is because it was the right thing to do. And you guys may not understand what I'm saying, but it was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have a platform, and that's what I was speaking to her about, the right thing to do when we are Cody's Voice went to go out there and protest, even though it was a peaceful protest, the right thing to do, even though you don't want to do it, the right thing to do is let that person, if that person wants to speak, speak. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad we got all the good business out the way. Thank you for the hearts, Pretty K. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the hearts. Is to give that person an opportunity to clear whatever they're feeling or whatever. But I'd rather it would have been on another time or whatever. But you know, I'm not gonna turn nobody away if they got something to say. And so we started doing the live. Um, I know the second part of the live, it was going to get kind of heated because people had questions. They had questions about who was giving the guests and what the guests had to say. And so, therefore, and we only got 4 people over here on Precosha. We got 22 over here in after hours. So, but I'm only seeing about 12 people. So, there's like 10 people that's in the bushes over here in YouTube. Um, Amari says, we love Cody. And hashtag, where are you, Cody? Okay, thank you. So, anyway, I was hoping that a lot of feelings is up in the air. Yeah, a lot of feelings is up in the air. What happened to baby Cody? We don't know. We don't know. So, I think when I asked the question, did we receive any new information in the last 2 days? It was Friday and Saturday. So that is my question right now, you guys. Tyree's birthday was on the 1st. Okay, yeah, probably was, Valerie. But you know what? I Those people have not reached out to me. The spokesperson has not reached out to me. I couldn't tell you what day is his birthday. Oh, but I think they celebrate it or they do things for him on the 4th. So I might reach out to them. Thank you for even bringing that up and putting that in my memories. Because trust and believe, that's a case that we're gonna follow to the end. But in every case, and you guys see that it's not just this platform. In every case, when you're following a case, there's gonna be people that likes the person that's in jail, and they're gonna speak up for that person. That's what they're supposed to do. There's gonna be people that that's gonna like the family. They're gonna come in. They don't want people to be bashed. There's gonna be people that that that's gonna speak for the people that's searching. And I think sometimes we do get caught up in I think when we're young, I don't wanna offend anybody, but I just want to just speak truthful to you guys. Here's the thing. Um, People's feelings are hurt, and they want to express how they feel. To be honest with you, I don't think it's really came out yet. I mean, it comes out a little bit here, it comes out a little bit there, and I'm gonna tell you why I know this because when you do work with children and you do work in nursing, like I'm just not a pediatric nurse. I'm a skilled nurse. I can work in every area. You guys, I want you guys to know that. Hey, Lona's in the building. How you doing? Welcome back, Lona. I miss you. But I do work in every area, so that lets you know that I'm skilled in the adults also, and I'm skilled and anything that's really going on in the nursing. I just don't apply myself to work a lot because you can, I'd rather be really good at something that I know and I'm comfortable and I'm happy with instead of being over here, in the cancer field and being over here. Thank you for the thank you. Being over here in labor and delivery, being over here in, hospice or whatever. But I have done all of that work also, being over here in geriatrics, being over here in mental health. I've done it all, yeah. But I mean, you find your niche, what you like, and that's what like I'm comfortable where I am. And I enjoy working with the children, the babies. So, um, so what I'm trying to say is, first of all, um, so when a person can't let go of something, good morning, good morning. Thank you for the good morning. Woohoo, good morning. Can't let go of something, and that's what happened. At the end of the live yesterday, it was maybe about 40 to 50 minutes of once she came up there, and I'm glad she came up there at the end. So it didn't disturb if you wanted to learn anything, even the hollering and the arguing or whatever. You gotta, filter that out because it was a lot of noise, and it was noise on both ends, you guys. It really was, but I appreciate everybody that called in, everybody that expressed it, their understanding, their concerns, the questions or whatever. Because yeah, the hard questions are gonna come, and people get angry. But what I did see also, and I seen it on both ends, because I went back, and I usually do not go back and watch and look, because someone had said something to me. So I wanted to go back and see exactly, was it said or was it not said? But going back through it, you guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of information in there. And when I say information, a lot of information that it's a lot of information that we need to go over so nobody won't be going on the wrong direction. Okay? And I think we're going to go over it. Not right now. Not right now. We're not going to go over it right now, but we're going to go over it. And so we can break it down. Because it's like a bell. Once a bell is rung, you can't unring it because it's stuck in your head. Now you think that is part of the equation, and it's not. So there's some stuff that was said that we need to go over and dissect and give you a viewpoint of what we need to look at and whatnot. But the main thing I want you guys to think about is dissecting things like that. I don't really like to do, but we do it. But we do it for a reason. But dissecting the conversation, is it going to help bring Cody home? Like, what does it help? So I need, if not, I can just write out the things that we need to concentrate on, the time where it was said, or maybe even just record that particular part so we don't have to go over that total live, and so we can clear up some misconceptions of what's taking place. I can tell you right now one thing right now I want to say, because I want everybody to understand. Make no make no mistake that when you have a group of people that, like I said, we've been doing this for 4 years. We have seen it all. Thank you, Pretty K, coming over there on YouTube. And thank you for the hearts. And Chevy boy is in the building. How you doing, Chevy boy? And Big Boy's in the building. BB done came in the building. So, the one thing I want you guys to understand, and I don't know, like sometimes people get in the middle of a conversation. I don't think that anybody wants to put out false information or bad information. But I think one thing that I have noticed, and that is the people that's searching down there, they are, I did listen to the replay too. Okay, okay. The people down there in Virginia, they listen to people, and so they may believe what they hear is more of the gospel, and if there's some untruth to it, they pass it along, and it just. But when you talk to somebody from the outside that's looking in, going, "Hey, where'd you get that at? Why you think something like that? That ain't, it don't work like that." And they be like, "Yeah, it do." But then when they really sit back and look, they be going, "Oh, okay." So I think there's a lot of influence. Now, here's the problem. What I wanted to say to you guys. So you know how you can be around babies, or you can be around someone that stutters. Okay? If you're around someone that stutters a lot, sooner or later, you're going to be stuttering also. Do everybody in agreement with what I'm saying? Because I'm finna hit you with something. You're gonna stutter also. I had a friend that stuttered. Her name was Nina. She was my best friend growing up. She was one of my best friends. And sooner or later, I was stuttering. I had a brother that stuttered. And the more that he talked to me, I would stutter. I would pick up the words that he would say. I would be like, yeah, you know. And it's almost like the cliche of what people say. If you lay around with dogs, you will get fleas. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if that's all you hear, if you hear this information that they're providing you and everybody's speaking the same information, of course you're going to start believing what you're hearing. So somebody on the outside saying, "Hey, this don't make sense," but you're not going to think about it until somebody points it out. So you got a lot of people, and this is what I'm saying, in the Virginia area, and I'm not talking about just particularly Virginia area. I mean Philadelphia area. It's really up in the East Coast. It's just a different atmosphere. And so when you're looking, when people that's, on the West Coast or the mid East or the Midwest or something, we're looking, because you got to remember, just even back in the slavery days, the people in the South did not know that we were free. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about our ancestors. So the people in the North, which, I'm from the North, okay? Just letting you know, I'm from the North. So they were trying to come down there to the South and tell them people, "You're free. You're not a slave no more." And they was like, "Get out of here. Don't tell me that." And they was getting killed and everything. But, and the slave masters didn't want them to tell them that or anything. So they were still in captive. So that's why we got Juneteenth. That's how we got the Juneteenth. They had to make a declaration to let everybody know you're free. Because the people in that small population southern state wanted to keep people in captivity. You guys understand what I'm saying? So this is why it's always good that there's people across the world, the United States, that we can look at stuff and help each other. And so when a certain region of the United States is stuck in some kind of just not making sense, the things are right, a lot of information. Um, we were always rushing around and fast paced up here and in the Northeast. Exactly. So, that's why people were running for the North, but they didn't have to run. They were free and they didn't even know it, you guys. So, so that's just a little bit of, like, I went back and got some more information because I was wondering why, what was Juneteenth all about? Nobody never told me what Juneteenth was all about, but I'm from the North, so I didn't really have to know. But the people from the South had to tell me, "Hey, SP, we was free and we didn't even know it." I talk to the older people so I can get a good understanding, so I can always tell you guys. So anyway, so the people that's in Virginia is being told certain things from, if they're hanging around with the family, that's what they're hearing. If they're always on Rhoda's Live, which is for Corey, that's what they're hearing. And so it becomes reality to them. So the only thing right now that I want to speak on, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, because it just shot out at me. There's more, but I just want to speak on this one thing. So it was said on the live that The reason why they have not given Corey, like charged him with anything, is because when they violated Corey's rights, um, they can't use the evidence that they have in the house. That is not true. Okay? Okay? You guys follow me? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are following me. I see the chat. It's not moving, so I know you guys are listening. But I want you guys to know that is not true. Because I'm going to tell you why that's not true. I don't have to go ask nobody. I ain't got to go look it up. I can tell you and you tell me that, that's not true. Okay? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. They can use everything and anything that they found. Because I'm going to tell you right now, first of all, when a baby come up missing, the first thing that they do is they get search warrants. They don't even want, you can give them permission. They don't need your permission to search the premises and any and everything they find. They come. That ain't got nothing to do with his civil rights. A baby is missing, they go get all the search warrants they want. When FBI come on the scene, they're not asking for permission. Ain't got nothing to do with Corey's rights. If the FBI was called in 2 hours, they wasn't asking him permission for nothing. They were looking for the baby. That means all searches is permissible. You guys understand what I'm saying? FBI get in, they don't they don't come and say, hey, they don't even have to go get anything. When the FBI come in, they just takes over. The end. You can, if they want to go to Walmart, they say step aside, get out, this is the FBI, such and such. We need all your devices right now. The end. The end. The end. That's it. This is how important this is. And I thank God for the chief of police to call the FBI in so early in the situation. Now, something else that was said, and I'm not trying to put nobody on the spot, but FBI is not called in 15 minutes anytime a person come up missing. We don't have it like that. We don't have it like that. You guys understand? We just don't. They're not. So that I don't know what they were really talking about, or maybe they got some information, but it don't happen like that. Now, maybe somebody else may notify them, but it's not required for them to call in the FBI 15 minutes because of this or because of that. Now if there was an abduction, but they didn't believe it was an abduction. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't believe it was an abduction. So, anyway, we went over some of that information before. You guys remember? I'm hoping you guys remember. I read the information on missing children. Okay? We read that. So once I get information and I understand it, it didn't take a rocket scientist to understand what was said on the missing children and what's going to happen, what takes place, how fast it takes place, what are the steps of taking place. At no point it says within 15 minutes. It just doesn't say that. I just want you guys to know that. I don't know. Like I said, like people tell people certain stuff, and it may be on a case it happened, but it don't just happen. I just want you guys to know. So when the chief said that he called the FBI in within 2 hours, he literally had to call them in on 2 hours. If not, they would have been already on the case, right? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. I'm not calling nobody no liar or anything. I'm just saying those are two things that I want you guys to know, because I know some people was like, oh, well, they're not going to press charges against Corey because they can't use the evidence. Yeah, they can. They can use that evidence because the FBI was called in. Okay? And when the FBI is called in, the FBI is called in. It's very serious. Do they make mistakes? They probably do. But they were trying to go into places that they needed to go in. And and maybe that's why all the judges recused themselves, because if they probably needed to go to Walmart and they signed that and this, that, and the other, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know? And if that was the case, they couldn't have called in Walmart. The people in Walmart, if that was the case, right? They couldn't have called them people in and say, well, you were at Walmart, okay? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes um, when you're looking for a kid, and I'm going to say this, you guys, and you already know that the kid is probably deceased because of whatever you find or found or something, within 2 hours, they made the call. There had to have been something gruesome enough to say, because check it out, my kid is missing. If my kid right now is missing, and I call the police and I say, hey, I can't find my kid. Hold on, let me close the door because my husband is sleeping. Hold on, you guys. Okay. Um, if I called in 911 and I say, hey, my children is missing, and then they come to the house, and this done happened to me before. They come to the house and we're standing outside and we done hollered and we screamed and we're walking up and down the street and everything. They're trying to calm me down. Right now, I'm telling them everything I possibly can. I don't even have time to think about a lot. So I'm telling them everything. They're not putting me in the car. They're not reading me my rights or anything. They're just actually trying to get information, and they're looking at me because I'm scared, and I'm thinking in my head, he don't have no shoes on. I mean, his shoes is at the door. I mean, who's gonna put on my kid's shoes and his coats? And do kids walk away from the house? Not in the middle of the night, you guys. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Not in the middle of the night, not in the dark. But kids do walk away from home. Like if they seen you going up the street, they gonna go up the street. If they want to go play, they'll follow a ball in the water if need be. I've seen them do that before. So, but not in the middle of the night. Kids, it's hard to come out the house in the darkness. In the darkness where there's nobody, kids just don't do that. I mean, babies just don't do that. So that's when they was like, uh-oh, we got a problem. And then he gonna say he seen the kid at 2 o'clock in the morning and he had some Spider-Man flip-flop shoes on. What kid is wearing any shoe at 2 o'clock in the morning? Kids are not wearing, if a kid, kids are not wearing shoes to bed. You gotta think that these are red signs. Kids are not wearing shoes and a bomber jacket to bed. Unless he had his shoes on, the kid like, I'm gonna go out and play. So let me go ahead and put my shoes on, put my coat on, and then I'm gonna say, hey dad, I'm going out and play. And he said, boy, go take that stuff off and go to bed. And then you just go to sleep. And then he walks out the door. Pisces perception is in the building. Pisces perception is in the building. How you doing with Tim Fan Noise? Thank you for the heart. And Johnny is in the building. All right. So, but if they access you and see blood on your pants, then you become a suspect. Just an example. Then they start getting permission to search. Well, because your kid is missing, they don't have to see nothing else. They don't get. They don't even. They already getting the permission from the judge. So this is why when people was wondering, I think Kay had asked the question, not on this last live, But on the live before, hey, Pretty K, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the heart. Flyboy is in the building. How you doing, Flyboy? This is your first time in here. Make sure you get your boxes. This is the Growing Channel. And I will follow you back. Make sure that you're following everybody in the chat. Okay? Um, so I think Kay said something to the point of it was like, uh, they couldn't, well, they couldn't do that, but I was going somewhere. Now I done forgot. But when it comes down to the judges, those judges that probably, that granted some searches or whatever, they recused themselves because they already heard some evidence, seen some evidence, or talked about some evidence. So they probably had, or they talked to each other. So that's the only reason why they recused themselves, because of that. If they want to use that search, and they can't come up and now deny you bond because you're gonna say, well, you're the same, aren't you the same judge that gave him a search warrant when his rights was violated or whatever, whatever? Ain't got nothing to do with your rights. The search warrant is going to take place regardless if your rights get violated, whether you tell them the right name, whether they let you go and you eating popcorn somewhere. Your home is going to get uh, searched because we're looking for a baby. They don't ask. Remember, April was saying and when April lost her baby up there in Birmingham, she said, I give them permission, but they told me they don't need my permission. Because, see, they take over. Once you call in and say, they didn't call Corey. Corey called them. So everybody's sitting there going, oh, the police is doing this to Corey. The police is doing that to Corey. Corey called. They didn't lose Corey's baby. Corey called them and said, hey, my baby is missing. Now, either it's Corey's fault or it's somebody else, and he's taking the blame because he's the one that said, I seen my baby at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he wanted to go play out in the snow. So when people start coming, and I'm not defending the police, you guys, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay, now let's not be stupid because we don't like police or some people don't like the blue or whatever. I don't care to like them or dislike them. When I need them, I just ain't needed them. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't. But I do got family member that is blue. So you know what I'm saying? Not all blue is bad. Some is trying to make differences and changes and stuff in there. So when I see the culture shifting, especially in Virginia, when it comes to blue, I didn't see. We're out here trying to put all black men that's 25 and under. We're trying to put them underneath the bus so that they can't elevate in the kids and such. Because my daughter might marry your son that you done gave him a record. I just not am believing in that. The chief of police is African American. I'm just not believing in that. I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of dirty ones out there that are, racist. Because there are. But I don't believe in this chief being that type. I just don't. Now, what I can say is the way that they are holding Corey and really, getting him in there to make sure he don't get out. They said that he's a danger to society. That's what they're saying. There's two reasons why they're keeping Corey in jail. One is because he's a flight risk. The other reason, he's a danger to society. That's what was said. I'm going to tell you something. The way the sister came up and protected her brother and said, I know him, he would want to talk to me, and she ran and got an attorney. The family knows something. Let's not even make no mistake. We're not gonna go left with it, we're not gonna go right with it. The family knows something. The sister knows something. You went and got the attorney because you know that it's been probably spoken about. it's been very, put together. Like, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, this is what you say, this is what you don't say. More people know about this. Will it be provable? Probably not. Because as long as Corey is not giving out nobody's name, then he is the sole person of interest. Thank you, Lunar Lunar. Thank you for the yes. Thank you, Lunar Lunar. They don't just make that up. Flight risk endangered to society. That exactly. That tells you, they're not playing with him. Like, you methodically put all of this stuff in position, and then people was like, but SP, answer me this. Well, then why would he, what makes him call his child in as missing? Why that day? You guys, let me tell you something. Why are you asking me questions like that? I can't I can't tell you why he called the police that day. I can't even tell you why Cody's missing. I can't tell you where Cody is at. I can't tell you what day Cody came up missing. But what I can tell you is it was thought out. It was thought out. That means there had to been a plan, and you don't make plans with yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Tina said it is like asking why is water wet. It just is. You know what I'm saying? I I mean, we always want to think the best. We heard from the chief of police down there in Sugarland. Sugarland taught us something when we first started coming on the Malia Davis case. He said, first thing, you don't, when a child come up missing, you don't start thinking it's an accident, giving them a reason and an excuse. It's not an accident. I mean, you know what we call an accident and what are not an accident. Like, you beat the kid to hurt the kid's feelings or something. Yeah, you call it an accident because you didn't mean to kill him. But you know what I'm saying? You're beating a kid. There's two things going to happen. Either you're going to beat him to death or you're going to beat him to submission. Two things is going to happen because you're not playing with that child. Am I right or am I wrong? So when you have a disregard to life and the kid probably telling you, no, 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 or you ain't my daddy, you ain't my daddy, or my name ain't Oren, my name ain't Orson, you can harm a kid. Oh, it's an accident. It wasn't an accident that you put your hands on a child in in anger. That's not an accident. That's a decision. Okay? Now, you might call it an accident, but it's a decision that you made. And whoever made the decision to harm Cody, they made a decision. Whether you like Corey or you don't like Corey, or you like the mama or you don't like the mama, or you like the sister or you don't like the sister. Um, in their eyes, it's an accident. But in the law, it's not an accident. You knew it was going to do something. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't think of the consequences. And when they're putting on the charge of disregard to life, you didn't care what was going to happen. And that charge goes a long way. Because I want you to understand that ain't just because of um, the, the missing child. That can go on his death also. Or, and especially it goes on, we do know it does go on missing because you like I'm just gonna just take my kids in the middle of the desert and I don't care what happened to them and I'll be back Tuesday. That's disregard to human life. Well, what do you think can happen? Oh, it's an accident. I didn't think something was gonna happen to him. What do you think's gonna happen if you take your kid in the middle of the desert and drop them off and come back Tuesday? Today is Sunday. So when you come back Tuesday, is they gonna be there? Nope. You like, I don't care. I'm gonna go do me. I don't care. They defend for themselves. I don't care. I don't care what happens. Something's going to happen. An animal can eat them up. They can get ran over by somebody, if there's a road there. They can just die from dehydration and food. I don't care. That's disregard of life. When you just don't care about the consequences of the children. And that's what they're saying. And here's the bottom line. That's why we're where we're at right now. I'm just telling you guys the truth. You guys understand what I'm saying? Well, yes. Lisa's in there live, and she says, "Don't underestimate the power of LE when they want to prove they right about who they suspect." Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. They may not know all the logistics, the facts, to put it together because people. Yeah, if people ain't talking, they ain't telling on themselves. You ain't gonna get it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think, I know we give people credit saying, oh, Corey is smart. I mean, there's a lot of people that done told me Corey is smart. And you know what? I believe that he is a okay, smart man. I do believe that. I don't, I thought he probably had a problem like a learning disability or he just slowly entered into the army or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you something. Corey, as a young man, he wasn't very, very good looking. But those of you that likes dark skinned chocolate men, Corey would have been one of them. I'm just being honest with you. He is good looking for a dark skinned man. And I look at him and I say, yeah, I would have dated him. So he had his pick of women. And you know what I'm saying? And so when he made a career, where they call a stellar career, that's the new word now, stellar career and everything. Luna says, nope, nope. No, I'm saying I would have because I like chocolate. I just do. I like chocolate. But that's just one of my things. But with him having a job like that, I would have jumped on him. I would have. And I'm pretty sure he could have done anything he wanted to do. He stayed with his wife as long as they did and raised them children with her. But he's a type of man that, guess what? When you have money like that, and it ain't called tricking if you got it, they say. It is not called tricking if you got it. And he had it like that, and he can get this thing. And she looked young. She wasn't young, so he wasn't, being no pedophile or anything. He just got him a nice looking, light skinned sister. And she's not too bright in the head, you guys. I'm just being honest with you. She's just not. If she been bright in the head, you would have seen her on here. But I'm gonna tell you why you don't see her on here. Guilty is very hard to disguise. Guilt is very hard to disguise. But make no mistake, she says nope times two. Luna, what's going on, Luna? So, hey, hashtag hearts, blue hearts and Cody. Hashtag Warriors for Children. So I want you guys to know that I'm not gonna dissect the whole thing. I probably, if you guys want to, catch up with us or whatever, we might take out some time today and go over the live on Poco Land. But I will not go. I will not go the whole live on YouTube dissecting it. I will not. If I do go over to dissect it, because I do want everybody to understand it and get it, is I will break it down into the parts of what was said and what was said. And a lot of things you're not going to understand because there was emotions. There was people being agitated. There was aggressiveness. There was words that was put out there to get somebody aggravated, and people were getting agitated, and it was just all across the board. It wasn't one person, it wasn't two persons, it wasn't three. It was the whole thing, the whole live. It started off negative because I even woke up late. You see what I'm saying? I woke up late. So you dissecting truth versus lies. It had to be his money. What? No, Monica. He's not a bad looking man. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, some people can say what they say. I mean, I done seen a lot worse. He had money, but he's not a bad looking man. He's just not. Even in his older age, he's still not bad looking. I'm just saying, yeah. You know. I mean, just think about it like this. He would have come up to you and he would have said, "Baby, well, whoever, what's the guy name that went to my son's birthday party? T something, lives over there in Atlanta, had his own TV show. You can have whatever you want." He sings that song. T.I. Thank you, Lisa T. Yeah, T.I. went to my son's birthday party. He said, "You can have whatever you want." And they did have champagne pop bottles with all the champagne all in the whirlpool or whatever in the rooms and everything. Um, they getting in the limousines, the big limousines and everything. I got pictures of it, you guys. I'm gonna have to show you some of it. You can't see it because it's so blurry, but I'll show you the Hummer limousines and stuff. It was exciting. It was very exciting. He looked crazy. It's all in his face. Monica, I don't think you've seen. I don't. Let me see if I got any pictures on my other phone. I don't think you've seen the good pictures of him. I don't think you've seen the good pictures of him. I think you done seen nothing but the police things and stuff. So, anyway, you guys, we got 7 more minutes. Luna says, nope. Luna, you been on TikTok, haven't you? Luna says, nope. So, I'm not gonna dissect things to really put nobody out on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? That's not for that. I just wanted to make that clear because people were like a little bit like not happy about what they heard, and I said, hey, no, don't think that they can't give him charges because they violated this man's right. If they get enough evidence, you know, to charge him or whatever. Let me see. There's something in my hair right here. Then they're gonna charge him. But yeah, the police did make it. You know, some of the things were very helpful when Sean was trying to express to the people in the chat. You guys didn't understand. The police is asking the community and the public to help. Like if you've seen anything, if you heard anything, if somebody told you a secret or something, how do you, please help us. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want someone that killed a baby to just go free. But we got to know if he did it or somebody else did it. We need to know. SP, I really have seen a lot better. I get that, Monique. I get that, Monique. I've seen a lot better too. But he's not the worst. Trust me, he's not. I've seen people with a lot worse. I've seen women be like, girl, this is my man. And I'll be like, oh, really? They be like, girl, I just love him. I'll be like, oh, okay. It's like, it's the face that a mother could only love. Philly Chick is in the building. Philly Chick 78. What's going on? This is your first time entering in the building. But how you doing? Sweet Baby Ray is in here. Is it true they can stop his check I don't know if that's true. You got to remember, he's not charged. I mean, he's charged, but he's not incarcerated. So I didn't get what they were saying on that too. I mean, just because you in jail doesn't mean that. I mean, you're not incarcerated. Like, I mean, you're in jail. You're innocent until proven guilty. So I don't understand how the time now is ticking because in your check you just get stopped. Your check is not stopped. I don't know. I just don't know. I would have to do some checking. But yeah, I would check on that because and I know some people that actually work at the VA. So I'll get in touch. I know some people, husbands on here. Like Freddie husband. He's military. You know what I'm saying? So I can just ask him. My stepfather, he's military, but he's passed away. But I got a lot of friends that's military that we can just ask. You know. Good picture of him. I seen the ones that he posted on his Facebook, and it's a big no for me. Okay, Monique, but he's nice looking to me. I mean, it's all in what you like, but definitely look it up. It is possible. What? Just because he's not charged? I mean, he's charged, but he's not convicted. That's what I'm saying, Miss Tina. London, how you doing? Welcome on in the live, sweet baby Ray. Thank you for showing on up. Miss London, everybody make some noise. Miss London's in the building. We got sweet baby Ray in here. We got London in here. Luna's in here. Philly Chick is in the building. I'm following you. London, I'm following you. Oh, London, I'm following you. That's a pretty name. Sweet baby Ray, I'm already following you. I done seen you in here more than once. Thank you for the heart, Luna. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. So that's some things that we can check out, you guys. We definitely gonna have to check it out and everything. You guys understand what I'm saying? Anybody got anything that they want to say? Definitely look it up. I sure will. We will look it up. We will look it up. So that's why I say sometimes we'll get information and then we take it for when we hear it, we believe it. And then we start building on something that we don't know for sure. Like I literally like receipts. Cherie says, I love dark seeing too. Yeah, I do too. How long are you staying on? Um, I'm getting off of YouTube. I only do an hour on after hours on YouTube, and then we kind of just hang out on Poco for a minute. But we're gonna come back on Poco. I'm gonna give me some rest today, and cause I gotta do another 10 tonight. Because I didn't get no work over at my other job, so shoot, I didn't get 2 hours over here or 4 hours over here, so I'm gonna do a 10 over here. You know what I'm saying? So they could pay me 10 over there. I ain't gonna beg for nothing. Amari says he's guilty for not standing up for baby Cody. Well, I'm not. And you know what? Anybody? What is Pogo? Remy's been in the building. Remy, this is your first time even seeing anything. This is my first time. Remy is loved. She says, what is Pogo? It's Poco. It's Poco. It's Pocosha. We on Pocosha. You got to write this down. Get a pen, you can write it down. So we stay on Pocosha, and that's where we're going to do dissecting. We're going to dissect it. Not right to now, because me dissecting right now, it's like, no, we're not going to dissect it right now. We're going to dissect and then we're going to pull out the things that we want to share with everybody in the community on YouTube over here, and then everybody can help me dissect it. And so I don't have to sit at the computer and listen to it by myself. So you guys, only reason why we're doing it on Poco is because I need to do at least 4 hours on Poco, and I know I've got to do this work. So you guys might as well work with me while I'm doing it. I'm not, YouTube is my family. That's my heart, always. YouTube is my family. But since I'm going to work on it, they can help me and we can listen to it together. And if you don't, you don't. I'll still be on there and I'm going to listen to it. And that's sometimes we usually do that on the after hours too. But people get tired over here on the after hours. They be getting tired. They be like, ooh, it's just too much, SP, I'll be like, go ahead and go. If you got something you got to do, just go ahead and go. And I know you guys don't want to miss it, but it be long. But you got to remember, too, our numbers are down. So doing longer lives, it doesn't bother me. In order for, YouTube to know and to put us back on the map where they would bring people back to our channel and send out the notification, I don't know, maybe we have to show them that we really, we're really being sincere about this. Because when a baby is missing, we don't want to cut it off because it's 1 o'clock, because it's 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, well, if it was so important, SP, I had somebody text me this. Say, if it's so important, SP, you were late. You were 40 minutes late. And I said, and I asked everybody, forgive me for my lateness or whatever. I usually don't be late, but you got to remember, I do have 4 jobs. I do have 4 jobs. Actually, when you start counting my husband and my children and my grandchildren and everything, those are some priorities, you guys. And my God, I got to give God his time too. But I can't do nothing if my body shuts down. So when I'm working these 10-hour shifts and then everybody's off on the weekends and y'all laying in the bed and everything, I'm not sleeping. I haven't slept. I haven't slept since yesterday when I woke up late. That was the last time I slept. And you know what's so funny? I went to bed around about 10 and I woke up at 1:40. So take 10, be 11, 12, 1, 1:40. Maybe about 3.5 hours of sleep. About 3.5 hours of sleep. For 36 hours I've been up. Because you know why? Because I just did my time card and I said it's been 36 hours and I've had 3.5 hours of sleep. And I got an event on the, because we do have 2 businesses, food truck and a auto shop. My husband do. But then I work 3 natural paid jobs, 2 in nursing and 1 in a factory. So, and we got 3, 4 channels, and we come on consistently almost every day on 2 channels, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on another channel, and the other 2 channels, we got 5 now. Yeah, I may be counting wrong, but we got YouTube, then we got the After Hours, then we got the TikTok, then we got the Picosha, and then we got Instagram. That's 5. That's 5 channels that we're trying to get the awareness out there. I'm not out here playing games. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm not out here playing games. I'm doing this and taking care of business at home. So if I oversleep, excuse me, I was a little tired. There's not an excuse. But like I said, at the end of the day, what information that we get, I thought we had all, I don't know if we received any more information yesterday. Because when people was talking about they filter out noise, all I heard yesterday was when I said I had a headache. Did I tell you guys when we got off I had to go eat with my husband, and I went outside and I come back to the car because I left something out in the car. So I come back in. I literally staggered. I staggered to come back in. My head was so light. I was like, I was hoping he was looking at me because I thought I was going to pass out. I was lightheaded, and I told my husband, he's in there asleep right now. If I wake him up, I said, honey, when I came back from the car when we was out to eat, what was the first thing I said to you? He gonna say, you told me you was lightheaded. You feel like you're gonna pass out. And so that's why I know that the energy that was in the room yesterday, it was a lot of negativity. It was just a lot. And I can't say it was on one side. I can't say it was on the other side. It was the whole entire time, you guys. It was a whole bunch of like when the Lord says at the end of the day there's gonna be gnashing of teeth. That's how it was. That's how it felt. It was like if you said something, somebody was like, I mean, it was like if you would have said something back at any time, there was going to be some agitation. I don't know what was going on. I just don't. And if anybody got anything out of it, please let me know. Because um, I don't know if a person want to shift through a lot of stuff like that just just to know what we already know or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I think uh, the guests for coming on um, in a good way. Check my phone. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Maybe somebody sent me something. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So a family member wants me to share this with you guys. Hold on. So family wants me to share this with you. Can a veteran can a veteran in jail still get VA benefits and retirement pay? The Bureau of Investigation, this was April the 6th. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa, good morning to you. Thank you for the good morning. Good. Thank you for the heart, sweet baby Ray. If you guys want to stay around and while I read this, you're welcome. If you got something to do, it is Sunday morning, and I know church is getting ready to get started. So I'm just going to read this, but if you want to know, then you'll know. And if you can always come back to the live, it'll be up there. I'm not going to block it or anything. So as the Bureau of Justice Statistics reports that there are approximately 107,400 veterans in the state or federal prisons. What happens to the veterans' benefits if they are imprisoned? Okay, keep in mind, they're in prison, they're incarcerated. Being in jail and waiting to go to court is not in prison, you guys. Yeah, you're in jail, but you are not guilty. So, okay, just keep that in mind. There's a big difference, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you guys don't know. So, Country Diva is in the building. How you doing? The following is a summary of how imprisonment affects veterans' benefits. So that was some good information that was it's showing me all kind of stuff. Let me see if it shows the article. Generally, yes. Being convicted. Hear what I said, like I said before. Being convicted of a crime almost never jeopardizes a federal pension. That's what it says. Being convicted of a crime almost never, the word is never, jeopardize a federal pension. The rare exception to this rule are charges related to criminal disloyalty to the United States. You know, sabotaging, treason, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like if you're a traitor, it just don't happen. Is an imprisoned veteran family still eligible for Tricare? Yes, retirees who have Tricare for life in conjunction with Medicare are eligibility to maintain their Tricare coverage. One of the requirements for Tricare for life is that you maintain Medicare Part A and B. Medicare Part B as premiums which must be paid in order to maintain coverage, which he probably got all that set up. But I thought that you could not get benefits for your kids until they were uh you know what's it called? Thank you, Lisa, for the hearts. Thank you. And until there was proof of a DNA that those kids belong to you. They're just not taking care of everybody's baby. The VA can pay certain benefits to veterans who are incarcerated to a federal, state, or local penal institution. However, the amount they can pay depends on the type of benefits and reasons for the incarceration. However, imprisonment affects the payment of a VA disability. VA disability payments will be reduced beginning with the 61 days of imprisonment for a felony. Those receiving disability at the 10% rate will see their rate cut in half while incarcerated. Anyone receiving a monthly VA disability payment for a disability rating of 20% or more will see the monthly payments drop to the 10% rate while incarcerated. Keep in mind that he didn't go out on a disability, you guys. Okay? He didn't go out on a disability. He has an honorable discharge. Those who are imprisoned in a federal, state, or local penal institution as a result of this. Yeah. Did that answer you guys' question? So the family member that just sent that to me, who was that anyway? Come say something. Who was that? Because I got you down here something. I was like, keep this information. That's all what I got. I got the note here says keep this information. So, I can't remember who said who told me to look at my phone. Who was that told me to look at my phone? Oh, okay, got you. I didn't have your name on there. Okay. So, okay. That's some good information. Is that what you wanted me to share with everybody? So did that uh okay, so that differs from what was said yesterday. But I didn't go over the whole chat yesterday. So I can't really quote exactly what was said, but uh what I what I can remember right now, like I said, it was a lot and I was getting a headache. Actually, I still got a headache now. I'm gonna go take me a Tylenol and lay it down. But um, so what was said was like, was it like he's not getting his checks now? It started yesterday. The noise, like he's not getting his check or something. But uh, it just said that it rarely that they're gonna continue to get their check, and that's what I had heard before then, that it don't stop. I mean, once you do your time, when you do your government time, it's done. You're gonna get that for life, regardless. You in prison or not, you could be in there for whatever you in there for. And it just says rarely it don't stop unless you did something against the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do something to harm, you go over there telling secrets, you go over there killing people, in the army or whatever, and you in the army or something, and you aspire or something, yeah. I don't know if that's what you was going for. You got to talk to me for a minute, Miss Lady, because you'd be like, no, that's not what I was trying to explain to you. But what I just read, it tells me rarely they will stop it. You guys hear me? That's what I. And one good thing about POCO, and the person that wanted to know what did POGO mean, it's not POGO, it's POCO, it's POCOCHA, and then you enter in SB News Nuggets, and you can come over here and join us. Again, that's POCO, POCO, and just put a CHA at the end, and you can find us over here. But you got to download the app and then come on in. Hashtag Cody Bigsby. The information yesterday was just, thank you, Cheryl. It's Pocosha. And we just call it Poco, and sometimes we call it, I call it Poco. But it's Pocosha. And We're learning how to say this Japanese name. Slim done came in the building for the first time. So, I mean, and here's the thing. We don't know where people get their information from, but they get their information just like we get information. And they're just sharing information. You got to remember, you guys, they're just sharing information of what they got or wherever they got it from or who said it. It's not no, you're right, they're wrong, or they're trying to do or say things wrong or whatever. They're giving you what they got. Just like I may bring you something and then have to come back and say, oh, you guys, my bad. This is why I like to always give me some receipts and then say it, because I know some of you guys say, "Well, SP, why you don't believe this or believe that?" And the only thing I was really, and I know it disturbed people for me to say, I just don't. I mean, I know a lot of people's trying to give people the benefit of the doubt that, hey, that's Cody's jacket, because you wanted to believe that's Cody's jacket. Well, when there's no sign of Cody, and they're saying, have anybody seen this kid since December, January? They're gonna go further than that. They're gonna keep going back because they want you to come up with something. Then they're gonna turn around and say, well, did anybody see them in August, September? Okay. Now, because they're acting like somebody done seen this kid August or September. Where was that? Or whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying? Just tell me you done seen this kid, and then I'll, hey, but here's the thing. If anybody knows the family on either side, please invite them in on Tuesday. Please tag them, invite them in, and let them know that, we are going to, I will share something. The family may not be too happy about it, but they might be happy about it because what I'm going to share, it also shows that um, the other side of the family is involved. It doesn't show Corey. That's why I always say Corey is protecting somebody, and I think Corey, and this is just my opinion, you guys. I think Corey will protect them to the end, and they're angry about it, but they're respecting his decision. That's his kid's mother, and whatever happened, or if he was involved, or if he did something, or she did something, or whatever, he's taking the blame. He's the one that says that he seen this child last at 2 a.m. in the morning. And so I'm not attacking Kay because she found a jacket. I just say you found a jacket. That's it. You guys understand what I'm saying? So I didn't know nothing about who Kay was. I wasn't being, rude about it. I just say, we don't know where the jacket come from. The jacket could be another kid. It's just a jacket to me. But I'm just saying, I don't believe VA pays money to veterans' stepchildren. Also, if they're married, um, yeah, those children got to be taken care of. I just don't believe that that's Cody's jacket. All right, you guys, we've been on here 1 hour and 19 minutes. I'm going to get on off. Pearls of Wisdom that came in the building, especially Diane. And Board Cody is in the building. Says Jesus is the Son of God, the true God. Exactly. Harley says, Grand Rising SP, I'm not Cody's family on either side. That was a lie told to you because of an argument within the FB group. I like you to know that. Grand Rising, what are you talking about? I mean, Grand Rising. Harley, what are you talking about? Harley, what are you talking about? I ain't said nothing about you. Please, let's get that straight right now. Somebody told me something about you. Ain't nobody told me nothing about you. Harley. They be talking about me over there on Facebook, but you don't see me running over there talking about, let's get this clear. This is the nice SP. Now, this is not the argument of SP. She said, I believe that you thought I was family. No. No, I don't think you family. I think I actually didn't think nothing. You said something the other day, and I pointed it out because I wanted you to recognize that when I bring out the information on Tuesday, I want you to be present because you asked a question about something. I can't remember what it is. I got too much stuff in my mind right now, but I wanted you to be present when I present it because then it would answer your question. And sometimes I just don't want to have to get off the live and call people individually because when I call people individually, it be misconstrued. And then I said something that I didn't say or you misquoted me and all this. So I just rather just point it out. That's why sometimes I will point people out and I say, hey, make sure you come. Like I said to Amari, I said, Amari, I definitely want you in the live Tuesday because I want her to hear some things. Ain't got nothing to do with I feeling some kind of way about her or anything. I just know that she rocks hard for this child. So now I'm saying make sure you be there because you need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. I'll be there. I said Shina had connections to the mom. Oh yeah, she do. Yeah. And I'm in agreement. That's if that's what you said, that's why I wanted you to be here Tuesday. If that's what you said, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I said you are correct. I probably said you need to make sure you be here because I was letting you know that I'm finna show you what's going on. That's why I said that to you, okay? Harley, you cool with me? You ain't. All right, you guys. Is we cool, Harley? Everything good? Because I was going to break it down. But y'all got to make sure, y'all have to give me time to get it off my phone because if I'm always live and not getting it off my phone when Tuesday get here, you're going to say, what happened, SP? They done already told me LG is cutting out the thing, and if you don't get your stuff off your phone, you're going to lose it. So I'm going to get it, put it on this other phone. I've already downloaded the apps for my job. She says, yes, ma'am, I love your show. I love you, Arlie. I love you gave me the opportunity to explain to you what I was trying to say. Because usually a lot of times on these, people take things because there's no emotion. So sometimes when you guys see my eyes rolling up and all this other stuff, that might be showing you emotion. That might, but sometimes, just like yesterday, I was already on eggshells. I didn't want to show emotion because I didn't want to offend nobody. So that made me uncomfortable in itself, on my own show. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. I just don't believe in coincidence and I don't believe in accidents. So it is what it is. And I think we all gonna learn from it. We all got something out of it, and we just gonna keep it pushing. I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just not. All right, you guys. Over here on YouTube, I love you guys. I will see you guys. You know I'm gonna come on tomorrow. For those of you that like, I usually celebrate the 4th of July with my mother. If any holiday come through, 4th of July, I would just go over to her house with all my stuff, and we would. The person that lived next door to my mom, he was really rich, and we would have these wars of who has the most fireworks, and we would buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like $700,000-800,000 worth of fireworks, and we come over to my mom's house. And we set them, and it's illegal here, but we would be in the neighborhood and we would be setting it off, and he'll blow up his stuff, and we'll have the stuff that that they have at the football games, because my brother worked at the stadium, so he would get a lot of his stuff that goes from the football thing, and so the dude was coming. He says, I war with you every year on the 4th of July about, because he would go get some illegal fireworks, but he didn't know where I got my stuff from. I got my stuff, because we got baseball fields and football fields, and like if they win, they set off fireworks. They have a fireworks display. My brother would give me all that. He would get them, all through the year. He'd be like, "Hey sis, I got you a little bag of some fireworks. There's about 3, 4 of them in there." I was like, "Okay, I keep them by the end of the year. I got some of them right now, y'all. I got some of them right now." at the end of the year, it like poof in the whole skylight. And he be like, dang, where you get that at? He be trying to pick up all the trash at the end because he want to know what you setting off. I said, we set it off over here. We put on a show. Just start blocking my mom. My mom say, you need to quit, girl. Yeah. Anyway, because he was an engineer at Boeing also, him and his wife. And you have two people working an engineer. They're making that big money. They're not poor. He had the best house on the whole block. And my mother's house was second, but it was run down. But it's up to par now. When I sold it to a guy. I told him, I'm not selling you this house unless you tell me you're going to take care of it. But the only reason why I sold it, I didn't want to fight with all my brothers and stuff about it, you know. But he took care of it. He said, I promise you. He said, don't worry your precious little head. I'm going to take care of it. I went back over there. There's new siding on there, new deck and everything. The grass is all green, fence all up, new driveway and everything. He got bricks going up. I'm like, yes. You know, because my mother worked hard for that house. But it's too many of us to divide it. So we just sell it. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. And you too, be good, be great, and be nice to each other. I will see you guys later. Bye.